Hey y'all, it's Dalanie.
And it's Katie, and this is Classically Black Podcast.
Where we talk all things classical music and being black in the profession.
With trap beats playing in the background. Hey.
Hey y'all. I feel like we don't have a lot of stuff that's like coming up when we be riffing at the beginning. Happy
Leif Erikson Day.
I was about to say, it's Leif Erikson Day. It's somewhere around here actually.
Oh, for real?
No, yeah, because I was looking.
Oh.
I was looking like just to see what was going on, and I was like, "Oh, that's real." I thought it was just something they made up on SpongeBob.
Yes, I thought.
Like, no, it's for real.
You saw that? You saw Wendy's got a Krabby Patty?
I literally just saw that today.
You going to try it?
I wonder because my sister said she tried it. We didn't. She just told me that, but she didn't say like how it was. But isn't it? I wonder.
Something just tells me that it has to be a Wendy's burger with freaking special sauce on it.
And I'm like. Somebody like posted and was like the packaging not even fun or whatever, and it was like it's the first Krabby Patty. I'm like, is it the first Krabby Patty? Because I feel like on Nickelodeon Cruises there's a Krusty Krab.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
So there might have already been a Krabby Patty, but yeah, I mean I might try it if I go by Wendy's.
I don't remember if it's. I think it's like today, either today or yesterday was the last day. They like somewhere in somewhere in like around here. Has like the drive-through simulation thing. You can like drive through, but it's only for like 2 days. It was like either the 7th and the 8th or the 8th and the 9th. And like you can drive through. It had like this whole like little it had like the music playing, it had like SpongeBob and Squidward and all type of stuff. Like,
see, I want to go on a Nickelodeon cruise, but no kids. But so that's never gonna happen.
Oh, like the kids can't be there?
Yeah,
that's kind of crazy.
Okay, but actually, that's not that bad though because I've been on a cruise. Oh, I was a kid, so never mind.
You might have to just stay in your room until nighttime.
Yeah, I don't think it would be that bad though. But also, I can't really tell because, like I said, I've only been on a cruise once, and I was a kid. So like, I can't really be like the kids wasn't annoying because I was the kid. So I don't know. But I don't think that would be. I mean, it would be only because like it's Nickelodeon, so all the fun stuff is going to be for kids, which it should be. That's how it should be. But I do want to go. There's that pineapple.
The one in Mexico? Oh, Dominican Republic?
Dominican Republic. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. If I was in the Dominican Republic, I might be like, well, I'm not really like a character. Like, like I read Harry Potter and I was like, cool. I never was like, wait, I gotta get a butterbeer. I'm just like,
I don't know nothing about Harry Potter.
Oh,
at all. I know. No, I was about to try to say something. Abracadabra.
Oh, Wingardium Leviosa. I'm like reading.
Oh, I thought that was Twitches.
Twitches is so random. Oh, I should get Disney Plus this month because it's time for what they used to call it?
Halloween.
Spooktober. What they used to call it? They used to call it something. They had Halloween Town 1, 2, and 3. They had Twitches. The Luck of Virus, just a regular. He turned into a goblin or whatever. A leprechaun. Yeah.
So probably St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of something that we can't say in the intro. Y'all know we're doing our monthly live stream. On we live in a situation. We gotta because there's no point. Y'all can hear it.
Yeah.
So we could pretend like the mailman not here.
Well,
but
I'll tell you what, if y'all see the set change next year, you'll know why. Because Fido just be having a time. My girl, the mailman not bothering you.
Like,
I'm be leaving her for dead, low key.
She just excited. She just like,
he's a puppy.
Yeah.
Or whatever, toddler.
To get out the house. Real bad.
Like, on my bad days, I feel like it's on my brain. Like, anyway.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So if y'all on Patreon, do you know that we do our monthly live stream? We also, I gotta announce that we got some changes coming to Patreon about the episode videos and stuff like that. But our monthly live stream this month is Halloween themed because it's Halloween. So that reminded me. It's gonna be on the 30th, I believe. But we'll post it on Instagram.
We might have changed that. I don't know.
We changed the recording
time.
We changed the recording to the day before.
I see.
So that we could move that up.
I see.
Yeah. But yeah, join us. We're gonna be dressed up, right, sister?
As in wearing clothes, yeah, because it's like part of like the liability of the internet.
Katie not dressing up.
I've never been a Halloween girl.
Neither have I.
Like I like this time of year. Like I've said, I want to make some chili. I want to go to a pumpkin patch. Have done that in the past. I will be getting some apple cider. That's what I mean, watching Halloween Town. But like putting an outfit on, a costume on. I've just like never been that girl. I was like Cinderella like 7 times in it because I just had the costume like when I was younger.
I'm trying to think. I haven't dressed up for Halloween in many years. Probably since I was in middle school, maybe. Like whenever was the last time I went trick or treating. I think the last time I went trick or treating, I was, I don't know, maybe 11 or something like that. Like it's been a long time. I wasn't planning on dressing up just because I simply don't have anything. But we gotta do, because it's Halloween themed, so we gotta do something. I said I'm gonna get some decorations. We could decorate the space, do some Halloween themed activities.
If I find a costume that's not too invasive, maybe I'll be pretty proud. That's easy.
Or a composer, sister.
If I be Bach, I gotta stop bathing from now.
All right.
What's today? Oh, I should have stopped bathing 2 months ago.
All right. So
I thought we was dressing up. Now we changing the subject.
Let's get into the news.
But I thought we was. But I thought you said we was. But I understand what I said. I'm just saying. I thought we said that we was talking about Halloween.
As instruments.
I'm
already shaped like a bass drum, so
I'm gonna be a drumstick.
Oh, whatever. I said I'm already shaped like a bass drum, so
all right.
Symphony. Like, okay. Well, we'll see what we cook up on Halloween. I don't know. I gotta look up some indoor activities to do on Halloween. Bobbing for apples.
That was always so gross to me. So all y'all spitting in this apple. I cannot believe the human race is still going.
No, I didn't even think about how freaking nasty I just thought about how stupid it was. Like, why we all in front of everybody?
I'm thinking about everybody's saliva in there. Same thing with is it flippy cup? I never know. Beer pong. I always had a beer pong because I had a little nasty ball all over the floor, all over the thing. You got to take the shot of beer. It's like, how are we all still here? Incredible. Humans are resilient.
Yeah, bobbing for apples kind of crazy. All
that saliva all up in there.
And why? Who came up with that?
Never mind.
I mean, we know who came up with it, but like, who specifically came up with that? Because that's insane.
Whoever came up with cholera.
All right. Well, the news this week, we have an update from the National Symphony Orchestra, who, as we talked about 2 weeks ago, went on strike. They had a strike period, but they recently...
Wait, I thought they just got more money. That's not them?
New York.
Oh.
Yeah, we talked about New York. We didn't talk about this last week because we know we switched.
Oh, girl. Now you know where to find that little news at.
Well, I get more like stuff, to my inbox and stuff like that. I don't know how I got on this list, but I got on it. So,
something pretty exclusive.
All right,
everything expensive, everything exquisite,
a list
exclusive
of links to classical music news. Oh,
I might accidentally delete that email. I'm glad it's going to you.
Yeah, so after their short strike period, they reached an agreement with the Kennedy Center for a new 18-month labor agreement. It increases their wages by 4% in each of the 2 years, with negotiations for the next contract to happen in early 2026. The players are also going to receive expanded health care, including a $1,000 discount on their employee contributions. They're getting paid parental leave, updates to tenure and hiring processes, and the addition of a third music librarian. Maybe we did talk about this. I don't know, but I don't think so, because I remember thinking like, oh, because it's just been so many like labor disputes that it's just like. But yeah, it says that the new contract is going to bring their base salary to $165,268 in year one and $171,879 in year two. Yeah, it says that the musicians are very happy. They felt like it was successful, and I don't know exactly the timeline if they were able to make that opening concert, because I know they was saying like, we don't know. Like the Kennedy Center posted like, we may or may not be on stage. So, but I think they might have made that deadline. So, happy for them getting, to the bag. Somebody got to.
Women just start doing that. Just don't play, because they love musicians. Are be the most underpaid or among the most underpaid in the organization, and they kind of know you. Don't play. Mm-hmm. That's why it pissed me off when I did that situation, and they didn't have no checks on the stand talking about they ran out of ink at the spot.
That one.
Our carrier pigeons are out this week, and so we can't have it. And then we tried to go to Chase, but they said it was closed.
We had to chase them down the street.
And then they ran out of USD. Can you believe it? So we tried to get into pesos. It converted into euros. It was a lot. Can you believe? And I was like, okay, let's not play the second half. And everybody was like, yeah, let's not play the second half. And they called that A, and they're like, well, we got to go play the second half. And it's just like, so me and the other dude was just back there looking like jackasses because like y'all have no backbone. Like,
oh, y'all didn't play?
Me and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't play because we were standing there and they were like, yeah, let's not play. And then 5 minutes and they're like, well, we're going to go play. It's just like, classmates just have no damn backbone. No offense, y'all. But like, y'all have no damn backbone. Everybody be like, yeah, this sucks. And then we don't get paid. And we don't get enough time to practice. And this and this. And we play in the dark and the stage was leaking. But the music. It's like, all right, y'all got it. Like, sometimes you got to say something. Like,
yeah.
Don't play. Mm-hmm. Because they be like, the conductor gets paid all this money and the CEO gets paid all this money. But at the end of the day, they need people on stage. Because guess who was going to have to go contact all that stuff, all the money they already paid for y'all to have to play that opening concert. They got to refund all them tickets or try to figure out how they're going to reschedule that concert. They got all the agreements they have. They don't own you said that it's the National Philharmonic. If they don't own the Kennedy Center or whatever, which I don't think they do, you got all them contracts and stuff. You lost money there. So guess who actually will have something to say and figure it out if y'all don't play? Mm-hmm. And I know people got kids on the line and all that type of stuff. I'm just saying, like, yeah, like grow a pair. Oh my God, the music! We played 7 doubles back to back, but like the music. Like, oh my God, they had us out playing 90-degree weather, but the music. Oh my God, this sucks. It's so hot out here, but the music. I'm just like, then shut up then if you're not finna do nothing. Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah, it seems like a lot of the orchestras that's on the top tier, those are people that really be striking even through the middle. Like, yeah, I know how much some of these people getting paid. Kind of crazy. I can't lie.
I mean, low key, if I was making $25K a year, I might
25, 30, 35. That's insane. You
might as well strike anyway. And pick up 3-4 more students.
Like, I would have been busking if that was the case.
Or selling cats, something. I'm swaying.
Okay, so additionally in the news this week, keeping it short and sweet, the San Antonio Philharmonic has postponed some of their October concerts. I was like, I know this ain't who I think it is. And I'm who? The San Antonio Philharmonic. And
they back?
I was about to say, because you remember in 2021, I think it was. Yeah, 2021, the San Antonio Symphony.
Right.
They dissolved. They declared bankruptcy. They was like, well, because people went on strike. And that one was not a happy ending because, we've been hearing about people going on strike. And again, there's some top orchestras that can afford to pay. They can actually afford to raise money. They went on strike and the management was like, well,
yeah,
the whole thing over now. Like, then the next year they popped up with the San Antonio Philharmonic, which has most of the musicians that were in the San Antonio Symphony. Well, now they're postponing a couple of concerts that are scheduled for October 18th and 19th because of some litigation that they have going on. Litigation. It says that it's, quote, in response to the financial impact and challenges that have arisen from a disinformation campaign. That's what their executive director and their music director have said in a letter to the musicians. It says that canceling these concerts, quote, allows them the essential time needed to navigate these issues effectively, raise the necessary capital, and work toward preserving the integrity of our entire season, and that it may be difficult to guarantee the full season as initially planned. So that's what they said. It says that the Philharmonic was reportedly sued by two major funders over $180,000. The people that are suing them are demanding an immediate repayment, including interest and attorney's fees, after alleging that the orchestra defaulted on two loans. And this is just the lawsuit happened just 2 days before the city of San Antonio approved a budget for the orchestra. The city confirmed $111,000 or $111.55 for the 2025 fiscal year, which is lower than what they were originally getting. They were originally gonna get over $280,000. $1,000. I thought I said $280. I was like, well. But it seems like apparently they defaulted on a couple loans, and I don't know what they're saying about or why they're calling it a disinformation campaign if in the next paragraph they said that they need to raise the necessary capital. I'm like, does that mean the necessary capital to pay them back, which means you actually do owe them that money, or the necessary capital to fight this in court? That's what I want to know.
Dang, they got a lot going
on. They also last month they reached a 2-year collective bargaining agreement. We may or may not have talked about that with their musicians, which included some wage increases and allows for the postponement and cancellation of concerts as needed. And I'm just wondering how that works, because like the symphony, what it used to be, said they could not make it work, and somehow this new organization is making it work, boss. So sometimes it seems like they're not. Somewhat they might be stealing from Peter to play Paul, because and hoping that hoping that people wasn't finna try to collect on stuff this soon. But I just don't know. Building the orchestra from the ground up. Somebody just did that over here. Actually, I know who it was. In LA. I'm like, I wonder what that's like, building an orchestra from the ground up in 2024. I mean, this wasn't technically from the ground up because y'all had a bunch of people already invested, but still, financially from the ground up.
How many millions of dollars do you need for that?
Especially when these orchestra musicians was already like leaving a previous organization over money, so like they got to make something. Something shake. Best of luck to everybody involved, because it's a lot going on. But, that's the news this week.
That was uplifting.
Oh no, I should have switched them.
Okay, so we're doing reverse charades. If you missed 295, Dalanie had a good time doing that, so we're switching.
Right. Okay, so I think you did two.
Maybe.
I did accompanist and trombone. Okay, so I'm gonna do two. I tried to do similar, like one easier, one harder.
Okay. Also real quick, just in case you're listening for the first time, reverse charades is where Dalanie is going to tell me the action, like to do the action, and I have to guess what I'm doing, and she can't use her hands in any way to like explain.
Okay. So put both of your hands in fists. But put them like in front of you. Now, like, extend your arms, kind of, and yeah, and then turn them inward to each other more. Make sure
looking a cow like what?
Make sure the part between your thumb and your index finger is like facing more that way. No, more like towards the camera. Yeah, kind of like that. And then move them up and down and then across. Yeah, at the same time. No, up and down and across at the same time. Up and down, like alternating how you was first doing. Yeah, like that. And then also across.
Timpani?
Imagine you was moving it across even more like vastly.
Oh, xylophone.
Basically. Yeah, one of them.
Okay.
I was thinking marimba, but like, there's no way to differentiate in the action. So
person will be like, well,
yeah, they're gonna be like, well, actually, you hold the stick,
and if you went like
that, like,
girl, we don't care.
You tapping on the thing, huh?
Like, percussion method was fun. It was so loud in there. Ooh, I love timpani. It's hard.
Yeah, sound hard. Y'all be tuning in the middle of the thing.
Middle of the thing. I'm like, girl, yeah, it's gonna be what's going.
Yeah,
surprise. Like, if it's an F sharp and C major, I don't know. So I did my best.
Right. Okay. Next one. This one actually will be easier on the table. But okay. Put your hand in a fist. One of them. Oh, sorry. Put it like. Kind of like if you're about to pinch a baby's cheeks, actually. But like if you was gonna do it, I mean you could do it like that. But like with your thumb touching like the middle of your index finger. The middle, like yeah.
How you this is not how you pinch a baby. What kind of cheeks?
Well, not like that. Like but bend your index finger, like more. I guess. But put your thumb more like on the side. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay, and then reach down. But like you could do it like on the table so people can see. But like so that your the top of your thumb is facing down. Sorry, the top like as in your fingertip. Yeah, like that. And then turn your hand. Yeah, like you're turning something repeatedly. Mm-hmm.
Oh, tuning the piano?
Mm-mm. And then take whichever other hand.
Whichever other one?
It don't matter which one you use. And then, okay, so put it like at the, like right behind that hand, like right below where you was just turning. And then, but also...
Now, what does it look like to y'all? Does this look like anything to you? Cause it don't like nothing to me.
Put your hand like similar to that one, I guess. Like you're grabbing something. What? Put that flat hand. Put it like you're grabbing something. That's right there. Okay, and then pull it. Not really, but pull it towards yourself.
Delaney.
I'm terrible at this. I'm not good at this.
Okay, let's regroup. So does it really matter how I'm holding this?
It's more realistic. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. When you're turning it.
I'm turning this.
Yeah.
Okay. And now
actually, to be more realistic, turn it counterclockwise.
Delaney.
Counterclockwise. Yes, like that. And then take your other hand and like you're grabbing something that's right below that and then pull it towards yourself. Yeah. And that's it. You won't pull it out that much. But yeah. And then turn it the clockwise. Yeah.
Girl, what?
Okay, let's regroup because it's a lot of like you never like know like how nuanced stuff is when it's like something that you like. You know what I mean?
Girl, let's focus. I don't know what you got on this. So
okay,
let's what I mean for one thing.
Okay. So the first action is that turning counterclockwise. And then the second action is the pulling. Right. And then the third action is clockwise.
Girl, I don't know. Like, I don't know what that is. Tuning, like, I've never taken off my fine tuner and put it back on. Like, what?
It's so funny how like out of context stuff. Like, I wonder if anybody who actually does that knows what I'm trying to. Who is watching, because you gotta. I understand, because the way it was explained, it was difficult, because there is, like, I was trying to make it as realistic to like how you would do it, which made it more steps of explaining. But give up.
Yeah, because I don't know what that was.
Okay, it was taking your M pin out.
Delaney, now why would I?
Okay, you had accompanist and trombone.
So how come you don't have me put my hand like this and then go like this, pull it out, put it down, put it down? Because like the bass would be on its side, so you would go like that, taking it out,
not out, like pulling it out.
Oh, to play
to like the length that you need or whatever.
Oh yeah, I could have the bass could be in here. I could have went like that.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't gonna go all the way to the pulling it up, but I just,
cause like, maybe
that's why I did. I wasn't gonna do the tightening, but I was like, oh, maybe that would help you, because you loosen, pull, tighten. I thought that might help. But
y'all let me know if I'm crazy. Like, I've never, maybe because I don't ever take no end pin out. Even like when I take a cello end pin out, you pull it this way and put it back. Maybe because I pulled towards me. That's what.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's why I didn't get it.
I mean, I've done it both ways.
But you pull it towards you.
Sometimes, yeah. Like sometimes I'll just. Sometimes you can be on the side, but it don't really matter to me.
Because I just don't be doing it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I wonder if anybody who actually does this to the instrument is like, oh, I know what she's doing. I hope so. But also, I don't have nothing. I mean, I play the bass, y'all. Like. Yeah. Even if I explained it badly, like,
I don't think it was explained badly. I just think like,
because I was like, I don't want to, because I was like, what I wanted to do was like this. Like,
yeah.
But I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting.
I was like, how you pinching baby cheeks like this?
Could you imagine?
Right.
All right. Well, that was the intermission.
Woo!
Yay. Okay.
So I've been going through, well, I think it's over now, but I went through an Ugly Betty thing where I'm like, I watched one episode and I was like, how come I've never seen this show? So yeah, I spent like 2 months watching Ugly Betty. And there was an episode where Betty was going to get an internship at another magazine. Ugly Betty, the premise is that she works at a magazine. But she's an assistant and she wants to get into fashion. So she got an internship at this fashion place. And then there's another character named Mark who's very good at fashion. He's very into it. He plays Vanessa Williams' assistant on the show. And he's very into it. And Betty gets an internship over him. And Betty was like, oh my God, I got the internship. And this white man was like, whatever. And then she was like, no, like, what's the problem? He's like, you got it because you're Mexican. And so when she went to her parents, her dad was like, so what? Like, you got it to be Mexican, you got it. And so, and Magic at the TV, they both got it in the end. But it reminded me of, like, conversations I've been having with friends about tokenism and handouts and classical music. So that's what we're going to be talking about today.
All right. Had any? No, I'm just playing.
Apparently.
I was about to say, I feel like people have just said little things over the years, including one somebody said to us, which if you dig deep enough in the 297 episodes, you'll find that. But I
forgot. It's on tape.
No, on tape real bad. So, and then that other one, remember when we brought it up to that one group of people and they were like, yeah, when we was in that city?
No.
When we was in that city, we be so... When we went to that one city where they had a stand, not in the city, and we was on that panel.
And we brought up on the panel?
And we brought it up in the panel, and then it turned into, and it was mad weird.
That one dude that walked past us, was he the one who, no way!
Like,
and he was the one who said, well, kinda?
I don't remember who specifically, but I feel like the whole, like, multiple people was like, well, kind of, yeah, we could see. And we were like, no. Yeah, okay, sorry.
Wait, the dude that walked past us, he was one of the ones that was like...
I believe so, but this was maybe 2019. So...
Because that's insane.
Because I remember
lots
afterwards...
of things about him is insane.
I remember afterwards, we was like, so...
The way I don't remember much about that situation because it was actually insane.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not remember that.
Yeah. So we've heard people say multiple things about, you know, how they feel in terms of like what handouts may look like in classical music. A lot of people think that there's certain things that happened, whether those be like programs like fellowships or anything like that, that would qualify as a handout. So we're going to talk about that because I feel like between the two of us, we've had experience with some of these things. And even like stuff that's not like that. Like I remember somebody telling me when I was at Eastman that like she was like, well, that it didn't hurt that I was black, basically. Like when I get out, I was like, well, I'm not trying to say nothing. I'm not trying to whatever. Like you get in, however you get in. I'm not knocking it. However, one of us got in, and one of us said, if somebody doesn't come, you can come. So that's like, I'm just saying, like, wait, there's nothing wrong with a wait list, but I'm just saying, like,
they were waitlisted.
And
because my Eastman acceptance came directly. And quite as it kept, I got mine a little bit before.
No. In my audition, my teacher was like, so
George was talking around it, but also I knew not to get my hopes up because.
That's the thing. In my audition, my teacher said something. He emailed me a week later and was like, yeah, you should be getting some official news soon. And then I got my official news. So let's not.
Oh, it can't no bro who got waitlist to talk to me. Because I got directly to my inbox. I remember the confetti girl.
No, I got the screenshot.
Oh, I got mine too. Yeah. Eastman did it. Was so cute.
Yeah, I remember I was. But yeah, I was not
couldn't
too
no bro
much.
got waitlist to talk to me. You got wait, no offense. But
I was trying to be respectful because like people get wet and it's like
nothing wrong with that.
It's a lot of reasons why. I'm just saying. Like, don't try to make it seem like it's some because you black, like. Because what was that finna do?
Also, like, I don't want to be rude because I'm just like, you might just not be that girl. And I know that's like a hard thing to come to terms with. I remember one dude, he was like, because the energy was weird between us. And he had applied to Eastman like multiple times. And he was going for doctorate. So he's like, I was like, oh, well, you know, I had a great time. I'm like, I had a ball. I had a ball. He's like, you should apply again. He was like, no. I was like, oh, I don't know. Maybe we gotta just be like, maybe you're just not there. And old girl who was like, well, we get to that, but like sometimes you gotta be like, oh, like I ain't no diva. Like, you know how many times I didn't advance to an audition? I'd be like, oh, maybe I'm just not that diva today. Like, and you just go about your life like, oh, like. And then life goes on, the world keeps spinning, and you get something else. Like, and then sometimes you don't. And that's between you and your God. This is not encouraging. In the sense that...
No, that's one of my favorite inspirational quotes from Katie. What was it? Keep going, I guess. What else you finna do?
Like,
yeah.
All I'm saying is, I think that the reason why I have this energy towards certain people is because, like, you're trying to, like, belittle my thing. Like, I got something, oh, because I'm black, oh, because this and that. So now I gotta be rude. And I just thought, you brought me here.
Yeah, because one lady, I remember when I had told that story to someone, and this one girl was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that like somebody made you feel that way. I was like, oh, she made me feel that way. She just said that. Yeah. But I know why I got an Eastman. So like... Like, you don't have to worry about that.
You don't have to worry about me. My essay 8 down. They brought it up in my when I did my music education part, 8 down. Audition, I have not played that well since. Like I looked for that, and that was without beta blockers. That was just like sheer, like, I'm getting into the school. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember Carolina looked over at George, and I said, that's when I knew. I hit that da 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 da, and she said, and I said exactly, like, clear my spot. This one's mine. Figure out your other 6 girls, but this is mine. Like, I just wish I can't remember the last time I played down boots like that. Like I was just so kind of going to an audition, you know, I'll be drugged up, I'll be like whatever, but like, and I'll play like I feel like what. Yeah, I feel like I played down boots when I went to Columbus, low key. Was it Columbus? Cause I played very bad in San Diego. Oh, that was terrible. They emailed me like, "Hey girl, we have an audition." I said, "Ask somebody else." Yeah, I guess maybe Columbus came close to that. Oh, cause I played real good in Columbus, but Eastman, no sir. That's why I was like, I know I'm supposed to be here. Like I played down severely. Mm-hmm. Like, so you're not going to tell me about no tokenism, girl, at all.
Like, but yeah, that. Just something happened. I just feel like over the years that like people have said things like that. One girl said something about fellowships.
Oh yeah, because that fellowships, I think people think fellowships are a handout because they might look that way from the outside or something. But I think white people think like when you win a fellowship, you like go down to your local Goodwill, pick up a violin, and then go stand on the street corner or go stand outside of any concert hall in the greater U.S. and be like, "Hey, I found this instrument." They're like, "Great. I have the perfect thing for you. We have this fellowship thing. We'll pay you to play in an orchestra." And they're like, "Great." And they teach you how to play the violin by the end of it. Like, that's not how it works at all. Like, they're extremely competitive. Like,
extremely.
I don't remember how many I auditioned for before I got mine. Like, I don't know. And also, CCMs is a bloodbath. Like, excuse me, I don't know if they still do it like that, but they would have all 20, 25 of you. You there all day. They should change this. Look, I hope they hear this. They have you there. CCM has you there all day. You take a tour of the hall. Be like, if you get in, this is where you'll be. Like, all this other stuff. Honestly, it's like, I feel like the government should know about that because that's kind of cruel. But then you all are in a waiting room and they take you all in the dressing room. They take you like one by one to go audition. And then you take headshots too, because like if you make it, they want to have everybody having the same headshot. So you did all this. They
can't wait till after to do the headshot.
They take your headshot at the hall, like it's part of the day. Then
so they gotta throw your shit away afterwards.
They, as a consolation prize, they'll send it to you so you have a headshot. I never used it because I looked exhausted in mine, so I never used it. But so they take you on the tour, you take your headshot, all this stuff, blase. Then you go one by one, you play in the hall.
Wow.
No screen. No screen. It's just you and like 40 niggas. Okay, maybe it's like, sorry. It's just like dumbfounding. It's like it's like the faculty and like members from the orchestra. So maybe like 10 people in there. But you're in the hall.
That's insane.
Which like, yeah, when I did
SOPA.
It wasn't SOPA. I played a couple auditions where like you play in the hall, but like I think Columbus or San Diego. No, San Diego was at YMCA. Anyway, there's a couple places. It was weird. There's a couple places where like you're in the hall, but it's like you're in your own little cocoon of the hall, and you have like your little carpet and the little stand. They put the little things up. It's no screen. You just in the middle. It's supposed to be like 200 people on the stage. It's just you. No screen. Like you might as well just take your shirt off too. Like it's crazy in there. Then you go back and all of y'all sit in a room, and then they call you back to the hall and they name the 5 in front of everybody.
That's a humiliation ritual.
The government should know about that.
They might as well just have y'all all have y'all all sit in the hall and then just come up with your instrument. No warm up.
Yeah. Crazy. Like it's very intense.
That's like how in shows that like they go and post the who made the play on the bulletin board and everybody run up to it and go see.
That's exactly what it is. Also, I mean, I'm about to come audition with Angelique, so maybe she could let me know. And they call the runners up like because they have alternates. So it's 7 people, and they take a group picture while you stand there and watch. Girl, they should change. Like, I don't know what type of handout you think it is. I don't even think you want that. They might have changed it. I hope they did. But
I mean, didn't they change?
I think they changed the whole thing. Maybe not. But
they changed quite a bit.
Yeah, but like, I don't know why people think like you just because you black, you might let me go give me a fellowship. No,
especially because it's like y'all got the people that be fellowship hopping. Also, like y'all went to school with these people that are getting these fellowships played alongside them. Like, I just don't understand, because I just feel like the people that are getting these fellowships, like, they're the people who are was alongside you when you was in conservatory. Like, it's not just random people. Like, and like, I don't know, I feel like people whenever someone works hard for something, like being classical music is hard. Trying to get a job, like an orchestra job, is hard, and people feel like just because that is hard means that what anyone else is getting is a handout. And it's just like, what fellowships are making up for are things that you didn't even realize that you had, that other people were missing. Yeah. And that's what people are not getting. They're like, well, I practice 6 hours a day too, and I and it's like, yeah, people did all of that, and in spite of having all of these challenges. Like, that's what y'all are not seeing. And that I'm just like, a lot of these people, like, they deserve to be up there real bad. And it's not just like a ticket into whatever, because again, people be fellowship hopping. Like, they get done with their fellowship and then they go try to get another one to buy themselves some time to do auditions and all that type of stuff. Like, they still down to the audition place just like you. Like, it's not just they guaranteed now they making that base salary. Like,
and also, like, you have fellowship opportunities. You can apply to Tone and you can apply to New World. And also, like,
Ensemble Connect, they just opened
Ensemble Connect.
Their application's open.
And it's like, also, they're not as, like, yes, there's not a lot of them. And also, like, they're still, like, they really lean heavily towards strings. So even then, it's still like, we really could just not have this conversation. Because the Wind Girlies, I think they only have Pittsburgh, Minnesota,
technically Detroit they could get.
Oh, in Detroit.
That's everybody, but yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I think Pittsburgh, Detroit, and Minnesota are the only ones that have wins.
Oh, for real?
And in that they take anybody. Every single other one, Virginia Symphony, Memphis Symphony, now I'm blanking on them. But either way.
LA Phil has percussion.
Oh, LA Phil has percussion. Oh, but no
wins.
Yeah. LA Phil, like all the other ones, like Houston. Oh, Houston, I don't know if that one is for only black and brown.
Laco.
Oh, Laco, I heard that one.
They had a horn player, but they had a horn player because I know who they had, and it was because I don't know if they officially opened it up. But like, you know, because they're partners with Siola, and the horn player that did that was on Siola. Like, we was on Siola together when we was like in high school. So like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Get over it.
Hey, if I was still playing, I would have did that fellowship. Actually,
I heard Laco. You don't really play.
I mean, I would have went to USC for free, which I did, but not for free. So that was probably the main part. Yeah, I would have went to USC for free. But so I feel like that would at where I was at, where I would have been at the time if I had done it, would have been worth it for me. But yeah, I feel like another one. I mean, yeah. So like Katie said, I mean, she did a fellowship. She can speak to that, and also like the El Sistema programs too. I feel like it really just depends. A lot of programs are working, first of all, on a shoestring budget. Luckily, I was in one that I don't even know what's that budget. Rope budget.
Does Yola have a budget?
Yola does have a budget actually, and should I say this? It's not. If I'm not sure, I'm not gonna say it. But they have a big budget in terms of like, because I also used to work at the LA Field, and I know where the budget sits in terms of like every other department at the LA Field, and it's up there.
It's like if every El Sistema program that deserved it had a budget like freaking Yola, like some serious work could be done. Yeah, because I feel like. Yeah, certain stuff I'm just not gonna say, but I feel like especially because I feel like there's been a turn too, because I feel like the things that some of the kids that are in Yola now get to do also like are just like insane. And I feel like
what was the turn, it was like seeing that people was actually like latching on and doing it, because like I think I was the first person in Yola to go to the conservatory. I think probably Isaac, I might have been the first to go to school for music. Yeah. And it's so funny that because three of us that were in the same, like, not class, but it was like Isaac's 2 years older than me, and then our other friend in the middle than me, all ended up going like in doing music, which is kind of funny because like of all the instruments, like, or like 3 bass players, I feel like you would think it would be a little more spread out, but like, but as more people started going to school, because like after us, like a bunch of people have gone, and I feel like that kind of opened it up too, like, oh, we can actually, because like the point is not to turn you into a musician. Some music programs it is, but I know for Yola it's not. But also like, so it's weird, like when you have really high profile programs like that can afford to do a lot of stuff, I feel like it can skew like the public perception of what these programs are like, but it's very much in the minority in terms of the stuff they do. Like kids, they off in London, they in Tokyo, we went to Mexico, like all types of stuff, but like vast majority of these programs are not doing that, and they're just trying to make up for what is lacking in terms of like music education. It's not like they're just handed all this stuff on a silver platter. And even as somebody like when I went through Yola, the reason why I was able to get private lessons is only because of the instrument that I played, and nobody went to play the bass, so everybody dropped out since I was there. Like literally everybody, and by the time I was a senior, I was the only bass player in the top orchestra, and so I was able to get private lessons because of that. But like at that time, like most people were not getting stuff like that, and so even in this particular program, which again has the funding to actually give people a lot of stuff, like there were a lot of people going without, you know. And so it's just like people, I feel like, need to be mindful of like why stuff like that exists. It exists because like, first of all, I wouldn't even have my hands on a bass if it was, I didn't have a bass to my name until I was like, they told me, I remember on the Eastman forum when you audition, they asked you who made it, the maker of your instrument, and so I was, how am I supposed to know who made this? Kind of crazy. But my teacher was like, yeah, so you're gonna have to leave that at home, like the instrument that I was playing, like it's not all candy and roses, I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay, like I very grateful, but the instrument that they had me on, my teacher was like, so he was like, so winter break, don't bring that back.
That was my biggest fear, like, because I had just bought my viola when I went to Eastman, like, maybe like a year or two before that, and I was so afraid George was going to tell me to give me, luckily it was not. He waited until I saw him in January to be like, yeah, so I was thinking about, I'm like, why were you thinking about, like, back in 2019. It's like,
nah, 5 years later, kind of crazy.
We gonna make Miss Girl do her thing. That's what she finna do. She gonna do. I thought about getting a viola, but at this juncture, that would have to happen a couple of years ago. I just feel like,
So I don't know. I feel like
that's also so difficult. Though I do not like. I had a good time in school overall, except for like the little last part. I did not. One day I'll talk about my time at University of Memphis. It was bare foolishness. But like even the stress of like when Kate was finally like, okay, you need to buy a viola, because I went to undergrad like renting an instrument. It's like these people you're talking about who get handouts and stuff like that. It's like it is every single step of the way is difficult. Like, because I had to go to my single mama and be like, so I need a viola, and luckily like. My first little baby viola, she was so cute, that my mom like bought for me. We had been renting so long from my spot, like from middle school through like my first year of college, that like whatever was left over on the top, they just was like, just take it. So like that was great. And then I traded in for the viola I have now. And that was like I used student loans and like the rest of my college fund to do that. So it's like every way I just like, so that's why I was so nervous to go to Eastman. I'm just like, student loan, my student, whatever it's called, my college fund has dried up because I'm holding it in my hand right now in this case. And I don't got no more money because Eastman took all, like, my mama don't got no money. Like, I'm squarely an adult now. Like, if he told me I needed a new viola, I didn't know what I was finna do. Like, I don't know where I would have to self-rent. Like, I don't know where that money would come from to get a new viola. So luckily it was fine for my duration. It was fine when I was in Memphis. Here come George talking about, yeah, I just think, I'm like, I don't know, Mr. Girl. Like, I don't know. But every step of the way, it's like, every step of the way, like, even going to the option of, like, going to, like, summer festivals. Like, I went to my first summer festival when I was, like, 27 or 28. I went to Spoleto. And I got paid to go there. So, because it's, like, every other time I chose to, like, okay, I did some teaching stuff for 3 summers. Like, when I was an undergrad, like, when I was, like, so sure I was going to teach public school, I did, like, these teaching seminars over the summer. But it's just, like, who's going to pay my rent while I went to freaking Sewanee? So, it's, like, every step of the way is difficult. Y'all talk about handouts? Nah.
Yeah. I feel like even the stuff that is, like, that someone helps you out is, like, yeah, because there was really no other way. Like, it was really no other way. Like, I remember when after he told me to leave my bass, back home, I was using a bass from Eastman, and I remember when I was talking to one of the teachers that we had when my teacher took a sabbatical, and when he told me how much, he was like, if you don't get a bass that is this amount or higher, basically, like, it's just not worth it. And I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you, because my bass don't even cost the number that he gave me. My bass don't cost that, because I said, like, I'm just like, I cannot get that money. Like, it's like, there's nowhere I could get the money.
You telling a 19-year-old, hey, you need a $75,000 bass? That's not crazy. Classical musicians don't live on planet Earth. You know what's going on?
Like, I can't even fathom that amount of money. Like, I don't have it. So, like, but I was like, I must have a bass. Like, you know, I'm graduating. It's almost like I'm halfway through my college career. I need one, you know, and it's like, it is what it is. Maybe I'll come into enough money one day, but, like, luckily it worked out.
I'm gonna buy a viola once that YouTube money double, triple, quadruple.
That's the thing. Like,
cause I would definitely get new. I love my girl though. My fine tuner stopped working out of nowhere, so that's kind of interesting. Like, girl, you ain't got but one. Why you stop working? I was playing a couple weeks ago, and I was like, why my gent not? So now I just tune with the peg. Peg on the A string kind of crazy, but I'm just like, you ain't got but one fine tuner. What you just stop working for? I'm like, how much I finna cost to fix?
Are you gonna find somebody out here? Or you gonna wait till you go to get the person that made it?
No, let's get it done here. Oh. It has to be an easy fix. It's just not turning anymore. So your one job to turn. Somehow figured out how not to do that. But I need to do that actually soon, because it's actually very annoying. But yeah, I don't know, girl. I don't know. Did we ever talk about, like, tokenism and, like, do we think it exists in classical music, or how does it exist?
I mean, I think it exists, but the one last thing I want to say about handouts though is that, like, when people are talking about handouts in classical music, I don't think that those really exist. Sure. Because first of all, classical music is not giving you nothing that you wasn't already qualified for. Yeah. Like, they're not just letting you into the orchestra to fart around. Like, if you can't play, they're not letting you in. It don't matter what color you are. Yeah. It really don't. Like, it just really doesn't. So there's that. Tokenism is difficult for me because I feel like it has more to do with the intention of the party. And, like, the thing that is difficult for me about it is that, like, it's talked about as a bad thing, and, like, it is from the party that is tokenizing from their perspective. But for us, like, I just feel like not everybody in a field where opportunities can be scarce, especially for Black people, not everybody can turn stuff down because they feel like they're getting tokenized. Yeah, you know, like, sometimes, like, in 2020, for example, like, we was calling it the year of the nigga, because it really was. It really was. because they was like, oh, we got to be nice to black people right now. So let's, and it's like people got a lot of black people got a lot of opportunities. They deserve those opportunities before 2020. Now, a lot of people who was not actually committed to the cause decided to tokenize people by, oh, come over here and do this, do that. But like, people deserved that in their careers. And so like, it's kind of difficult. Some people you could be all high and mighty about it. I would never take no whatever, like they tokenizing you. But some people like need that for their careers. I'm not finna judge you if this is the biggest opportunity in your career. You don't want to turn down on principle. Yeah, because you think they might be. You don't know, especially in that moment. You don't know what they're gonna be doing 4 years from now. Now we know in 2024 who kept it up. But hindsight is 2020.
I feel like this conversation came up in private when it had to do with like orchestral appointments, and it's just like they're not putting anybody in a seat, they're not putting anybody on a podium who cannot do the job. So it's like y'all just like, some people just want to like everything gotta be well, and it's just like not everybody can afford that. Like some people need jobs. I need to come back down to planet Earth. Like some people need jobs. And yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like everything is going to look like tokenism for a long time. And it's just, that's my personal opinion. Like, it's so unbalanced that literally anytime an orchestra appoints somebody, you're like, oh, it's token. I'm like, because everything else is white. So I don't, just like, let the girls have what they have.
Yeah, and I just feel like, I also like want to be careful about that, because you also have people on the other side, people who think that everything that we get is a handout. So now, like, you see a black person getting stuff, you want to go rah, 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 like, oh my God, tokenism, how could y'all do that? How could you, whatever? And then you also have people on the other side saying, like, see, they only doing it because they black. And it's like, it's two, y'all saying the same thing in different fonts, basically. And like, you're coming from a different place, but like, now for this person in the middle, like, I just feel like it's not beneficial for us to attach that to every opportunity that a black person gets, because it's like we are few and far between in the field. So it's like, I don't know, sometimes it is because they want to give it to a black person, but it's like, good, I'll take it. Tokenize me,
right? Tokenize me with $100,000. I was
about to say,
we're bad. Please, sir.
You're heavy on the token.
I don't know.
Make sure they gold tokens too.
Like, right. Like, a lot of y'all have to zoom out. Like
if somebody if somebody came up to us and was like, well, we wanna do this for classically black or whatever, and y'all came up talking about tokenism, it's been almost 6 years. 6-year anniversary coming up.
That's crazy. It's
been almost 6 years that we like have put into it. Like, fine. I would like to start reaping what I've sown.
Yeah. I mean, if y'all saw us doing like a live podcast at a Trump rally, that's when it's like, whoa,
that's insane. Actually, I don't even know. Like, that would be like cry for help, real bad.
I don't even know how much. I couldn't imagine. Like, I would turn down any amount of money.
Like that. Like, there's really nothing you could say.
I really just don't think there's anything you could say.
Like.
Yeah, just because for the rest of your life, because it's like, it could be life-changing money, but it's also a life-changing decision. Like, for the rest of your life, it's like, they're going to sell the sellouts.
Oh my God. I can imagine. My grandma would probably literally explode.
I think mine would.
She would probably literally explode. Like,
yeah, it's not that bad.
Like,
I'd rather I can go move back in with my mom. Like, it's really not that deep.
But like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like, didn't we just talk about? Oh, we talked about sellout, but we talked about it in a different context, not in that context. Yeah, because I was about to say, because that's taking it to a whole.
That's definitely
level.
Like traditional selling out.
And I feel like, but a lot of y'all some people do be letting themselves get tokenized in that way. When it's like, because I feel like we talked about, it's like, tokenism is like when people do stuff for like a symbolic, in a symbolic way rather than like a meaningful way. And then also sometimes people do it, to try to shore up their image and whatever. And like, we saw some of that in 2020. Obviously, it wasn't as stark as like a Trump rally, but like, well, some of the orchestra. I mean, that lady that they kicked out of Austin Symphony.
I'm sure she's working by now.
And that one, I remember when all that stuff was going on during the protest, the George Floyd protest in Minnesota, and the way people was talking about stuff going on in Orchestra Hall. Like, it was a lot going on. Like, so you never know. But yeah, I feel like sometimes it is to shore up an image. But you know, like we said, in 2024, keep an eye on who's still doing what, and who's inviting classically black. And if you're not, you're part of the problem. No,
yeah, we're gonna have a good time. We won't say the N-word unless you want us to.
Could you imagine? And then we want why they not getting our line because they like y'all too risky.
We won't be saying nothing. Also, like, even though we be
this very episode, so
for real,
you did.
Oh.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah. I'm about to say.
I just remember we both did.
I think it's like one. You said it this time? It's like one every 4 episodes. It don't even be happening that much.
Because I forgot what you said. But I said it after you because I was like, oh, she already said it. So, but also we both have already said it in multiple episodes.
I mean, also, just to be like, to call us risky with 6 degrees between us, like, let's be serious.
That's
like,
another thing. I feel like we got to do an episode on that because, like, I feel like people with black people, we got too much to prove. Like, people feel like you got so much to prove, and it's just like, I think we represent like a section of like there are other classical musicians like us who are at varying degrees of comfortability being themselves in the classical music space. And like we gotta talk about that because like we just operate on the plane of like it's very easy to do this because we're friends, we just know each other. Like I'm not gonna, if Katie says something, you know, like she don't say it right with but she bring the data to back it up. Like, but I know that Katie is somebody that operates in fact and like what and like is smart and like whatever. But people see a clip like in that one thing and then they be like, oh, this is not learning. And it's just
I'm like, we can go degree for degree. Also, you was doing all that yapping on like we really. And if I really want to be a little, we can go institution for institution. So that's the first thing.
Elitist real bad.
And we can go job for job. And like, we really could do those things. But like, we're just having a good time. Like, let's not let me get nasty. Also, you posted all them, you was doing all that yapping, all that yapping in the comments. And then you have all these violin pictures on your profile, but no videos. Post the audio, Sting. So it's like, you know, like I try to be kind. I think my friends be like, Katie, a little rude because I get brought there.
No, so, remember like, I hitched a ride on you.
Like I try to leave with kindness. There might have been a couple of my friends who laughed at that, but I'm just saying that like I try to be a kind person. But if you bring me there, I'm ready to go. Like let's go degree for degree. Let's go job for job. Let's go audio for audio. Frankly, so. I don't like, but we don't have to go there. We don't. I don't have to, every time I have to whip out like a published paper, I shouldn't have to whip out a double master's. I shouldn't have to whip out, you know, I play with them. I shouldn't have to do that. Let me just yap. Like, yeah. You see 2 black girls and now it's like, oh, they so freaking ignorant. They say nigga, like, freaking, they got they sister soldier froze. And it's just like,
right. And the good thing they can't see your pants. She got on camo pants.
She hoodlum. We gotta take our country back, and it's just like, all right, like y'all got it.
Yeah, because I remember when we did that Don't Rush challenge, that was crazy. And it was like, but can they play Paganini? Actually, yes.
Like, I don't. My job is not to prove anything to you. Like, but if you care so much, I got a number you could call. Her name is Sally Mae, and she would love to hear from you. And how you are so concerned and obsessed with me. I'm sure she got some work for you. So. And that's wraps it back around to ain't nobody getting no handouts. Because the hand already deserved. Like, so. We just having a good time. Let us key.
Yeah.
Like, because we could get nasty. We could get rude. Because some of us are published. But, yeah. All right, y'all, time for Black Excellence, where we hype you up, gas you up, and give you your props. There's room for everyone at the top. This week I'm talking about Elizabeth Rodriguez. She's part of the group Ocan. I hope I'm saying that right. It's a woman-led ensemble that fuses Afro-Caribbean roots with jazz, folk, and global rhythms in a song about immigration, courage, and love. Ocan is a Juno Award-winning contemporary Afro-Cuban roots and jazz ensemble. Elizabeth... My enemies will not prosper. Elizabeth is a classically trained violinist, and she hails from Santo de Cuba. She graduated with honors in orchestral percussion. Oh, that's cool. From Havana University of the Arts. And yeah, shout out to you, Elizabeth. I saw her on a tiny desk, and it was fantastic. So yeah, you got a piece of the week?
I do have a piece of the week, and it was so funny because I was like, oh, I gotta remember to look up the actual name to that piece before we start, and I didn't. The movement is Mein, MEIN in German, but the actual piece is, oh, I was right, Die schöne Müllerin. It's Schubert. That's one of the we used to have to sing leader in oral skills and stuff. And when I was learning German, I was like, why do these words sound familiar? I'm like, that song. I be listening to that song. I like it. So, yeah.
Period. Well, we made it. Barely, but we made it. Thank you so much for listening to Classically Black Podcast. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Classically Black Podcast. Join the Ebony Tower, y'all. That's patreon.com/Classically Black Podcast. We be having a time on social media. If you go to Instagram.com, like Richard claims to do, we know he doesn't. Instagram.com, allegedly, at Classically Black Podcast. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch y'all next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.